Hello and welcome. Mail-in voting is underway in North Carolina. I guess by the time we get to the debates, half the country would have already voted. The coronavirus pandemic has completely changed the way we approach our elections. Instead of moving and shaking things in the last week of October and having everything decided on a single day, now we have a months-long process of voting. This will certainly have an impact on how campaigns are organizing, where they are organizing, and when they are organizing. There is no playbook here, and they have to invent things on the fly. Apart from the changing nature of the election process, there is a seismic shift that's underway in several states. Arizona, North Carolina, and to some extent Georgia and Texas and some other southern states are slowly edging their way towards the Democrats. Some states might flip this year and some will flip in 2024 or later, but the trend is clear. As the South moves towards Democrats, the Midwest is moving towards Republicans. As a result, the number of battleground states has considerably increased in this election compared to 2016 and 2012. There are two southern states that might flip towards Democrats this election, both presidential as well as the Senate election: Arizona and North Carolina. After Arizona, the best state that can be flipped towards Biden's column in this election is North Carolina. And I think Arizona is Biden's to lose from here on out, and he has a chance to win North Carolina. I will explain why North Carolina is second on my list, but before that, we need to take a closer look at the recent polls to understand how close this election is in North Carolina. As a deeply red state that has voted for Republican presidential candidates for a long time, except going for Obama once by a thin margin, this state should have been locked in favor of Donald Trump, but it is not. Trump and Biden are in a statistical tie in the state, while the Senate race is in favor of Democrats by at least a few points. The governor's race is highly in favor of Democratic candidate Cooper. In North Carolina as well as Arizona, there are a good number of people who as of now are planning to vote Republican in the presidential election and Democratic in down ballot. What this means is Biden campaign still has room to improve their standing in the state. These are not extremely large states. North Carolina has 15 electoral votes and Arizona has 11. Thanks to Donald Trump, most people have already made their mind about who they want to vote. Due to this polarized nature, it has been extremely difficult for both campaigns to find voters who can be persuaded to the other side. But both these states still have plenty of people who can be persuaded in favor of Biden. North Carolina has nearly 21% of African American voters and a decent amount of non-white voters. Put together, this group, which overwhelmingly prefers Biden, accounts for nearly a third of voters in the state. If Biden can turn this group and reduce Trump's standing within the 65 plus group by improving his own standing, North Carolina will flip. As a small state, it won't drain the campaign as much as Florida or Pennsylvania. Biden campaign has invested in the state and they are making a play. Flipping North Carolina and Arizona will be as good as winning Florida. So let's switch gears a little bit and talk about the voting process in North Carolina. So there are three ways to vote in North Carolina: early in-person voting, and vote by requesting absentee ballot, and voting on the election day. North Carolina is the first state to send absentee ballots to people, and I have heard that some have already sent their ballots back. Any registered voter can request a ballot to vote by mail. The last day to make a request for absentee ballot is October 27th. For people who want to vote in person, you can make use of the state's early in-person voting, which runs between October 15th and October 31st. For people who are voting by mail, I just want to give them a couple of pointers. Please do not forget to sign, and please remember that you need a witness to sign the ballot in North Carolina. And once you have signed and your witness has signed, please make sure to seal the ballot properly before you mail them. So 3 things: sign it, get your witness to sign it, and make sure it's sealed properly. Once you have mailed, there is a new ballot tracking portal that's online that allows you to track your mailed ballot. I will provide the link below. Please vote, and thanks for watching.